Hello, everyone. Hi. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well today, and that you have a great week and that you are getting as excited as I am for Saturday for our breakfast run. I got my number yesterday, and everything's in the wash that needs to be in the wash so that I can have a lacquer kit to run in on Saturday. So I hope you've got yours going and packing, getting ready, and got everyone joining you. I will be doing it on the farm, so I'm really excited about that. And just gonna kind of run around and be in the sun and yeah, let me know if you guys are joining. I wish I could do it like as a thing with everyone in a place, but yeah, I guess it's, we're doing it energetically together, so that's all that counts. But welcome everyone. Let me know if you're online. I see a few people online, so let me know that you're here. Let me know how your week has been, everyone. Hi, Tam's here. Hi, Belinda. And we've got Janice ready to do the second yoga flow. Well done. Well done. How did your body feel after the first one? I think we had a bit of a chat after class on Tuesday, if I am correct. Is your body still feeling good, Janice? Let me know. And yeah, how are all of you doing? Those of you who are with one-on-ones, remember your coaches are watching to see who's joining in for flows and getting their flows in. Uh, Third session for the week. I shared my Wednesday spot with Adidas last week and this week, but we'll see from next week. I think I'm back with my Wednesday stretch class, which is exciting. But otherwise, yeah, tomorrow is our last live class, which is the intermediate session at 12:30. Join me for that. Very sore, but felt good. As long as it's not, I always say, as long as it's not pain. There's that difference between going like, oh, I pushed a boundary. I've opened my body in a way that I maybe haven't opened it in before, and that's a great feeling. Just like always say, make sure it's not pain, and then you're good to go. Then it's just repetition. It's continue coming to these sessions, and I promise you, minimum twice a week, but you will see your body change. You will feel your body change. You will feel your energy change. I mean, we all know this from just doing the high intensity work, doing these morning sessions with Jono and Siri, and Dirkie. It changes. It shifts your energy. So get to your flows as well, guys. Welcome everyone. Lisa Finkelstein, welcome. Nice to have you. Catherine, nice to have you here. I hope you're feeling well this evening. Hi, Rita. Welcome back. Oh, all the dedicated new yogis arriving here, I see. Hi, Shaylee. Welcome. Hello, Larissa. Nice to have you here. Did feel a bit like I have Well, we all, like I say, repetition, guys. And every week's theme to the classes is different. So this week we are going quite into our hamstrings, then we're going into the front of our legs, we're going into our calf muscles, stretching out the back line, opening the front line, whereas last week was a little more core orientated. The previous week we did hips. The week before that was very back bendy. So every week we do something different. And the more you come to these sessions, the more you'll realize like, oh, I really love back bend classes, and those become really enjoyable. And then you go, oh, this week is hips. That's a tough one. But then you still come, but it's about not having expectations of yourself. I always say that your yoga flow or your Jeff flow classes have nothing to do with kind of like your goals of your kilograms or your kilometers or your calories. None of that is applicable in JFlow, right? So put that on the side. You've done your hard work, you've trained, you've been eating right, you've been doing your one-on-ones, you've done all of that. So put that aside for a moment, and for the next 45 minutes, this is a treat. This is rehabilitation. This is not trying to be a gymnast in a handstand splits one day. Maybe you get there, maybe you don't. But this is for rehab, guys. This is for our movement, our mobility, our recovery. You're doing the hard work in your other sessions. So allow this to be a time of pleasure and relaxation and zero expectation of yourself, except for 45 minutes to breathe. So welcome, everyone. It's so great to have you all here. Hi, Cheryl, checking in. Thank you so much. Everyone, there's a bunch of you on here watching who haven't checked in yet. I need you to check in. I need to see who's here. The more I get to know everyone here, the more I can adapt our practices, and then I know who you are and what you've been doing this week or who you're training with. It helps me to plan classes, and it helps me to plan appropriate practices for you guys that are geared towards you, that's geared towards your recovery after all the hard work you're doing. Hi, Renata. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. And I'm assuming everyone who's on here, all these names, I'm sure I've seen you guys post already that you will be part of the breakfast run on Saturday. I think I've said this to you guys before. I don't often move faster than as I do in my yoga, so running isn't always a thing for me, but I am running this Saturday. So if I'm running, I want to see you guys running. It's free to enter. Of course, we work in collaboration with Jam SA, where you can choose to donate 50 Rand. That gives a kid breakfast for an entire month. So yeah, and then of course, besides donating the money, which is, you know, the cause, you then stand a chance to win a prize. So it's basically a win-win for everyone. Go check out more of the details on our page. If you're not sure how it works, everything is there. Or pop us a message and we'll be glad to help you out. But I hope to see you all there on Saturday. I'm sure that the Facebook page is going to blow up with photos on Saturday and Sunday of everyone running, who you're running with in your Jeff swag. I think it's going to be so great. I think we all need, we all being our country, South Africa, Mandela Day, I think we all need to get out and just have this uniform commitment to just, you know, giving back and giving to ourselves at the same time. So I'm very excited to be with everyone on Saturday. Hi, Sandine. Nice to see you here. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome. I'll be there in thought and spirit, Rita. That's all right. That's good enough as well. Hi, Kyra. Is Kyra Fainter? I know a lot of fainters, so I'm maybe your family somewhere along the line. Ready to be a pretzel. We're going to do a little bit of pretzeling tonight, but not too much. Bev, welcome. Nice to see you here. Larissa, it's going to be great running with a whole community all over the country and all over the world, exactly. So not just South Africa. I mean, at the moment, I feel like I'm wanting to pour just a lot of love into this country right now, but absolutely, we aren't just a national community. We are a global community on Jeff. And that is what is also so beautiful. I know we have a lot of people from other nationalities, from other countries globally around, hopefully joining for this. If not South Africans living abroad. So I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be really exciting. Pat, hi Sandine, hope to join. Pedro and Jeff says, need some heat, please. Pedro, if you want to laugh at me, this is me. This is a heater that travels. So I have a bag that is used for absolutely everything. It's my bag when I go shop. It's my bag when I need my laptop. And then it's my bag when I go teach. And I take my heater with me. I am, however, investing in a gas heater next week for the space because it is just getting colder and colder. But yes, we are going to build some heat today. So that's on the agenda. Let me check my time. Good time. Keep there, Kathleen. Otherwise, I chat too much. But yeah, I see there's a lot of you have checked in. Well done, everyone. Well done for being here. It's so necessary to be doing this work. I know it's not always the funnest or the most exciting work to get on your mat. In fact, a lot of the time it is looking at your stiffness, sitting in the quietness, sitting in your thoughts, feeling irritated, feeling agitated, it's so important. It's so important that we bring our awareness to our breath. Super important that we're calming our nervous systems, and super important that we're doing rehab work for the physical body, especially when we're doing a lot of running, high intensity, those kinds of things. All right, guys. So just before we get started, I see Lisa just popped on here. Hi, Lisa. You will need a cushion and then a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, then just grab a towel quickly. So we're just going to use that as kind of an extra length of our arms, just to stretch out the back of our legs a little bit. All right. So getting started, I will start with my socks as I do as usual. And then we're going to start seated. So you can either sit just on your shins, right? So just like a kind of a kneeling position on your shins. If that feels a bit intense in the knees, then place a cushion on top of your heels just to give some space in the knees. All right. So I'll just start facing this way. We can all place our hands on our thighs. Close your eyes and draw your shoulders to stack above your hips. Feel as if you can broaden yourself from side to side. So almost like your whole body from the spine shifts out to the right and to the left, and you just broaden side to side. Take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. Take another deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. And again, deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Last one here. Deep breath in. Let your day go. Deep breath out. And come to stillness. Pause for a moment before we start our practice, setting the intention that you will honor the next 45 minutes that you've carved out for yourself, just to connect to your breath and to relax, giving yourself full permission to let go, full permission to relax, full permission to just move your body as you listen to the sound of my voice. All right, slowly open your eyes if they're closed. You're going to bring your hands in front of your heart, interlace your fingers, and then flip your palms away from you. From here, start to extend your arms forward, round into the upper back, and tuck your chin. So now I'm pressing firmly into my legs, or into my shins, so that I'm not dumping down. There's a drawing in of the belly, and I'm stretching my arms forwards. Pressing my fingerprints into the opposite hand. And then I'd like you to take another deep breath into the back of your lungs, the sides of your lungs. Nice. Next, inhale, come all the way up onto your knees. Reach your arms up. And then split your hands to bring them behind you. Take the same interlace, so have the same finger on top. Again, extend your arms back, roll your shoulder caps back, and open up the front of the chest. And stretching across the collarbones. Almost this feeling as though you can move your lungs each to their own side and create a little bit of space around the heart. Nice. And then release the shoulders to neutral. Release the hands as you sit down. Bring your hands in front of you. Interlace again with your second interlace. Flip your palms away from you. But this time, press up onto your shins. Curl your tailbone forward. forward as much as you can. Send your arms forward and then sit back down, increasing that curve of the spine. Complete it by tucking the chin. Go full stretch in the arms. One more full breath into the back of the lungs. Nice. And then come all the way up. Split your hands. Bring your hands behind you. Take your second interlace. And then again, roll the shoulder caps back. Maybe the arms go nice and straight. The heels of the hands might not touch. Don't worry about that. Focus on opening through the chest. Take more full breaths. Don't rush it. Nice. Neutralize the shoulders. Remove your cushion if you were using one. Cross your ankles and come to sit onto your buttocks. Remove your socks now if you're still wearing socks. And then bring yourself to lie all the way down on your back, hugging both knees into chest. So now giving yourself a nice little squeeze, a little rock side to side. And then you'll pause and center. So what I like about this, which is a very simple shape, is that when you become really heavy, so for me, my postural muscles, my back muscles can get quite tight. And then when I rock a little side to side, I use the weight of my body to give myself a little self-massage. All right. As we did with the interlace around the hands, let's take them the same, but around your right knee now or your right shin. Extend your left leg forward, ground your left heel. And then try and pull this right thigh in as far as you can, hollowing the belly. Take a full breath in. And then curl yourself up as high as you can. Squeeze your thigh down, squeeze all the breath out, and then flare your toes. So wake up your feet. Nice, and then lower down. And we'll switch. Draw left leg in. Change your interlace. Extend right leg forward. Spread through your toes. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, curl up. So now you're squeezing down with that left thigh. You're trying to get all the old breath out of your lungs. Pulling the legs apart. Nice. And then release, head back down. And draw right knee back to chest. Alright, we're going to bring our hands behind our head, sticking to that kind of little theme of interlacing our fingers. Bring them behind the head. Rest your head in your interlaced hands. And then curl your elbows up towards the ceiling. So you feel this waking up of the armpits, this wrapping forward of the outer shoulders. And then I want you to draw your abdominals down so that your tailbone is curling slightly off the floor, but the rest of the spine is pressing down. Okay, let's extend our right leg forward now. Don't let it touch the floor, but try and almost pull your legs apart. So as we did with our hands now, but now only using the legs, reach your right leg forward, draw your left knee in, but don't let the lower back come off the mat. And don't hold your breath. Nice. Squeeze right knee in. Extend left leg forward. Keep it hovering. And again, split your legs apart. Keep feeling that this middle part of the back is pressing in to the mat. Deep full breaths. Wake up your core. Get a little bit of heat building. Nice. Draw left knee to chest. Okay, if that felt strong enough for you today, keep your head on the floor. Or if you'd like to up level slightly, activate the abdominals a little more and raise your head up off the mat. Same thing. Extend your right leg forward,
Squeeze your left knee in and draw your belly down. And switch. Right knee in. Left leg forward. And draw your belly down. Squeeze right knee in. Left knee comes in. If your head is up, release it down. Nice. Okay, release your hands to your knees and then place your left foot down in the alignment as you would for a bridge pose. So just using this as a placement for our left leg. We're going to extend our right leg up, bringing your hands behind the thigh muscle. Okay, also behind the hamstrings. So activate the front of the leg and then just notice what your back line is feeling like, right? So you're not warm yet potentially, so don't worry about going too deep. If you are a little more flexy, maybe hands are on the calf muscle, but again, you're trying to keep the whole back line grounded on the mat. Take 2 more breaths here. Nice. Allow that right leg to move back into a vertical position. Bring your hands back behind your head. Change your interlace from that round we just did and extend left leg up to meet right. So again, there's this little curl up of the tailbone. Keep your head on the floor if that previous round that felt adequate for you. Or if you want to up level, curl head, neck, and shoulders up, draw your belly down, draw it flat. And then I like to kind of point my feet, but curl my toes back. Nice. Extend your right leg forward and hug your left leg towards your chest. Don't hold your breath. Don't lift your lower back. Nice. Both legs back to vertical. Left leg forward, hug your right thigh to your chest. Draw your belly down. And both legs to vertical. One more each side, stay with me. Right leg forward. Right leg up. Left leg forward. And left leg up. Nice. Keep your left leg up. Release your right foot down. Release your head down if it's up. And then you can flex into that foot. Hold the back of that left leg. Or maybe to your calf muscle. Whatever feels available to you today. Soften your breath, and now you can allow your belly to be quite soft. Nice, and then you'll slowly bend your left knee. Bring your right knee to chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, and again, just take a little rock side to side. All right, we're going to move into tabletop. So if you would like, you could just roll over onto your side, find your tabletop position, or work with me, cross your ankles, take a little rock. So we're reversing how we came down. We rock ourselves up and then come over our knees, but now bringing ourselves back into a tabletop position. From here, make sure your knees are hip distance apart, tuck your toes under. Draw your lower belly in. And then take your hands about one hand's length forward. Make sure your hands are as wide as your shoulders. For those of you with quite strong shoulders or big shoulders or stiff shoulders, I would take your hands a little wider. Press down through all 4 corners of the palm of the hand, as well as each 10 of your fingerprints. Nice. Tuck your toes under. Press down, downward dog with bent knees. So remember, it's not a plank pose. I'm not kind of hovering somewhere here. I'm pressing full straight arms up and back. And I'm letting my sit bones lift. I'm rolling my outer shoulders down. And I'm taking a slight drawing in of the belly and the rib cage. Not too much though. I want my sit bones to lift high. Take one more breath here. Nice. And then look forward. And then kind of take your time. Come onto your fingertips if you need to. You make your way all the way to the top of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Take a halfway lift. So hands could come to shins. Knees could stay bent. As you find a nice level spine. And then fold all the way back down. Tuck your chin. And then bend your knees as much as you need to activate your buttocks, your glutes. Draw your lower belly in, and then from the bottom to the top, roll up. So remember, my shoulders and my head come up last. So I'm going to come all the way up and loop my shoulders up, back, and down. Nice. Let's come to bring our hands into our heart space, equal standing pose. And then we'll move through a simple flow. I'm going to count the breath, so half a breath per movement. Feel free to take an extra breath in between though at any time, or take a child's pose if you need. Let's release our hands down. Inhale, let's reach both arms up, high mountain. And then an easy forward fold all the way down, tuck your chin. As you inhale, move back into a halfway lift. Bring your fingers to the floor, so bend your knees as much as you need to. And then step your right leg back. Ground your right knee to the floor. Exhale. Don't dump onto that knee. Draw yourself up for a lunge. Inhale. And then bend the elbow so you're opening the chest again as you exhale. Hands down to the mat. Okay, we're moving into a high plank just for a moment. Step back. Nice. And then lower the knees. Lower yourself down to the floor. Hug your elbows in. And then untuck the toes. Bring the tops of the feet to the floor. Take a baby cobra. So everything stays as it is, except you press your pubic bone down towards the mat. You wake up your back body to lift the head, but I'm still keeping a lengthening in the back of my neck. And then lower down. Nice. Press firmly into your hands. Come onto your knees. Separate them if they were together. Tuck your toes under, and again, find your downward facing dog. Lifting hips up and back. And then here, I'd like you to bring a little more weight into your left hand. And as you do that, start to anchor your right heel down to the floor. So really try and open the back of that right leg now. So perhaps you can straighten out that right leg so much and anchor that right heel down to lift your right toes. Nice. So right thigh is active. Beautiful. And switch. Bring a little more pressure into right hand. Ground left heel. Left kneecaps drawing up. Left thigh muscles really active, and I can even lift my left toes off the floor. Beautiful. Come back through to center. Look forward. If you can, it's 2 steps to the top of your mat. So right foot, left foot, halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend your knees, prepare to roll your spine up. And loop the shoulders. Exhale. Again, inhale, high mountain. And then exhale, fold forward, tuck your chin. Inhale, halfway lift. Remember, bend your knees as much as you need to get your fingertips to the floor. Step your left foot back. Ground your left knee. Make sure your right knee is stacked above its ankle. Draw your lower belly in to help you lift the torso. Bend your elbows, lift the chest, and extend your arms down. Remember, we're moving into that high plank for a moment, so keep spreading through those hands. Press down against the floor, dome a little through the upper back, And then lower knees. And use the elbows to bring you down. Untuck your toes. Slide your hands a little forward for this cobra. So a little forward of the shoulders, maybe a little wider. Keep all 10 toenails pressing into the mat, and again, you'll lift up. Maybe the elbows come a little off the mat now. Look forward, not up. So I'm keeping a little tuck of my chin. My elbows aren't splaying out, I'm hugging them in. My shoulders aren't creeping up, I'm drawing them down. My back body is really working hard for me now. Nice, lower back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders again. Press onto your knees. Separate your knees. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. And then like we did in that previous round, but now just a little, not faster, but you'll just paddle out between the two. So right leg to lengthen. And then left leg. Maybe move your hips around a little bit. Get a little into your side body. My head is really relaxed here, so kind of fluid movement. Make sure you've done an equal amount to both sides. Bend your knees, prepare, look forward. And this time, it's left foot, then right foot to the top of your mat. Take a little halfway lift. And again, a forward fold. Bend your knees. Slowly roll the spine up. Loop the shoulders. Bring your hands to center and ground back to 0. Nice, everyone. And so we'll flow that again to meet in downward dog. So release your hands. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, right leg, step it back, ground your right knee down. Float both arms up, inhale. And then bend your elbows, lift the chest, that's your exhale. Bring your hands to the mat, step into your high plank, inhale. Lower your knees, lower yourself, exhale. Either of those two variations of the cobra that we just did, inhale. Lower, exhale. Come back onto your knees. Inhale. Take a downward dog. Exhale. Nice. And then bring your feet a little closer together. Doesn't matter if your knees are bent. Then I'd like you to try and anchor your right leg or your right heel down as you float your left leg up and back. Level pelvis. Nice. Squeeze your left heel to your buttocks. And then roll your left hip open onto your right. At the same time, grounding through your right heel, really pulling that left heel back. Nice. Level your pelvis. You've got your left leg up, so look forward. Step left foot, then right foot to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Good job, everyone. Stay with me. Forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees, slowly roll your spine up, inhale. Loop the shoulders, exhale. Last round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot to step back. Ground the knee, exhale. Both arms come up, full breath in. And that's that little bend, little back bend as you bring your hands down. High plank, inhale. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in and back, exhale. Again, maybe it's the second variation for this round as you lift, inhale, cobra. And lower, exhale. Hands under your shoulders, come onto your knees, inhale. Separate your knees, tuck your toes, find your downward dog, exhale. And then bring your feet a little closer. Ground your left leg completely, or left heel completely if you can. Float right leg up and back. Strong arms, press back into those hands. And then bend your right knee. And then curl the right heel to back behind you. So you're getting this nice opening in the right side body and the back of that left leg. Soften your head and don't hold your breath. Beautiful, level hip line. Little bit of core connection this movement. Looking forward, step that right foot forward. Step left foot to join right. Take a halfway lift. And a forward fold. Bend your knees, slowly roll your spine up, inhale. And loop your shoulders. Exhale. Really nice, everyone. Bring your hands to your heart. So nice. 2 full rounds. Good job. And then we'll release the hands down. Let's take a full breath in. Reach both arms up. And then again, fold yourself all the way down. Tuck your chin. And take a halfway lift. From our halfway lift, take your hands a little forward. So again, your knees can be as bent as you need them to be to reach your hands to the floor. We're going to move into what we call standing split prep at first. So we're in our halfway lift and our right leg's going to rise. And then as you stay here, see if you can start to work your left leg a little straight or maybe even lean down a little towards that leg. Standing splits, strong straight top leg, soft melting spine. Nice. Bend your left foot, bring right foot to join left, take a halfway lift. And then second side. Raise your left leg up. So you're first in this little kind of halfway lift. Level hip line, inner left thigh rolling up. Maybe you start to work your right leg straighter. And then maybe start to play towards your standing splits, allowing your head to soften down. Bend your right leg. This time look forward, but step your left foot back. Nice. If you'd like, we're going to be here for a little while. So now's opportunity to pad your left knee. Bring your hands to the inside of your right leg. Run as lunge. So take your right foot out to the side, as well as turning your right toes to be in line with your right knee. And then here, you can sink the pelvis down. You'll stay here and only take this as far as feels okay for you. For those a little more flexy or wanting to go a little deeper, you're coming down onto your forearms. And then soften in the shape and just breathe. So deepen your inhales. Deepen your exhales and let your breath explore the shape. Nice. Come down on, or come up if you've gone down rather. Raise your back knee up. Walk yourself through a wide-legged forward fold all the way to take that same shape on the other side. So you're going to have to maneuver yourself here. Find your alignment. My left foot is out to the left now. My toes are slightly turned out. See how long my spine is? So I'm not worried about trying to get low here. I'm feeling into my pelvis, and this is where I'm wanting to feel the opening in the inside of my left thigh. And then maybe I'll go down onto my forearms if I did so on the other side. And then I'll soften my head down. And then when I'm in these poses, I like to do a little full body scan. So you could start wherever you like. And just run your breath through your body. So remember, we breathe. Obviously, the macro level is in through the nose to the lungs and back out. But then also on a cellular level. So when we breathe, that little breath happens all the way out to your pinky toe. So deepen your breath. All right. Come back onto your hands. Raise your back knee up. And then we're going to move all the way back into a lunge on our right. But this time, take your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Again, we'll ground our left knee. Moving into our half splits, you can untuck your back toes here if you like. And then draw your hips back so that your left hip is stacked above your left knee. Okay, this might already feel strong for you. You can test that by tucking your chin. Then you can stay right here and breathe. If you're going a little further, then I like to slide my front foot forward slightly so I can curl my toes back. And then I'll start to move length from this lower part of the back. So again, I can keep my head quite high here, but shoo, I can feel that all the way running down my hamstrings. But then maybe I take my hands forward and involve my spine a little more, tuck my chin, and then I get really deep. But again, guys, don't overstretch. Remember, we've all got a race to run on Saturday, so don't overdo it tonight. You really want this to feel good, no pain whatsoever. Little bit of discomfort, yes, but definitely no pain. Beautiful. Come back up. Okay, so you might be quite long on that lunge. It's fine. Use your hands to support you. Use your abdominals to support you. Tuck your left toes under, raise that left knee. And we'll take it to the other side. So coming all the way across. Remember, my left hand is to the outside of my left foot. I'm going to ground my right knee. Feet are on parallel tracks, guys. So in line with your hips. Untuck your toes. Bring your right hip back. And then again, maybe this is where you stay. Honor your body. Honor where you are today. Okay, maybe sliding that foot forward if you did so on the other side. And then you can just feel for that lengthening by tilting the pelvis forward. And then if the hands went forward, they'll go forward. If you soften down, you're softening down. And then again, move through that little full body scan. Deepen your breath. Alright, then let's come up. You can bring yourself back into that low lunge. Tuck your right toes under, raise your knee up, and then move back to this wide-legged stance and then pause. So you can place your cushion to the side now. Both toes are facing, or both feet rather, are facing forward. Maybe the heels slightly out. I've got active legs in the front. I can tilt my pelvis forward. Again, that movement comes from the hips, not from the kind of rounding of the upper back. I'm quite long at first, and then when I can't go any further, that's when I involve the spine from the middle back to the upper back until I can tuck my chin and soften down. Such a nice, gentle inversion this. Remember that at any time if you're upside down and it feels like you're getting nauseous or dizzy or any major discomfort, please come out into a halfway lift. Otherwise, stay. And just feel all the fluids draining in and around the brain, the scalp, the eye sockets, the eyeballs. the sinuses, the skin across the face, glands around the jaw, the mouth and the gums. Okay, we'll take our time coming into a halfway lift. Just kind of let that all drain back down again. And then we'll come into a squat, malasana squat. So we're going to heel toe our feet a little closer. And then your heels are going to be in, your toes are turning out. And you bring yourself to sit down. So here your heels might not be on the floor. That's fine. So then it's just going to look more like that. Bring your hands to your heart. If your heels can ground, you're grounding your heels. As we did in the beginning of class, interlace your hands, bring them on top of your head. Press into your feet, come all the way up, go full stretch, and now if your heels lowered, lift them, and take a full stretch of the belly. Nice, and then keep your arms up but ground your heels. Take a little side stretch to your right, so reach your arms up and over. You could have a bend in your knees here that offers quite a lot of nice stability. Come back to center. And then over to the other side. Nice, and then come all the way up and split your hands. Reach arms all the way up, inhale. And then bring yourself to sit back down into your squats. And then we'll take it into a little twist. So taking your right hand behind you, rotate so that you can bring your left knee to the floor to hook your left arm across your right thigh. Look over your right shoulder. Beautiful. Look forward. Remember, my abdominals help me through all these movements, so I'm not dumping down in any of my joints. I'm quite light here. I'm quite agile because I'm lifting with my core, so I can swivel myself around. Bring your left hand behind you, ground your right knee, hook your right elbow across, and look over to your left. Nice, and then look forward. Bring yourself forward with as much control as you can. Sit your buttocks down. Butterfly pose, bring the soles of the feet together. Wrap your hands around your toes, encourage your knees down. First, lift up. So with any forward fold in yoga, it's not called a down fold. We don't fold down, we fold forward. And before a forward, there's almost always a lift. Or I like to think of it that way. So take a lift and then move forward. And by moving forward, you'll move down. So it's all about finding length and space. You're trying to not trying to going into like, I want to squeeze myself. I know we always joke all these pretzel movements, but the pretzel movements want to feel spacious. Nice, and then come up. And then we'll move into an easy cross-legged seat. So you could sit on your cushion now if you like. Otherwise, just an easy cross at the shins or at the ankles. Let's draw both arms up. Take an inhale. And then just take a forward fold over your legs, tucking your chin. Good. Bring yourself up. Jhana Shishasana. So we're going to keep our left knee bent, but extend our right leg forward. You could have a bend in this right knee. You could even put a cushion under this left knee if it's quite high off the floor. Again, we lift. And then we take this forward fold over this right leg and soften. So maybe your left knee lowers, maybe your right leg straightens. Don't overstretch again. You're here to serve your body. You're not here to push it. You're not here to kind of move into funny, weird shapes. You're here for recovery. You're here to feel good. And it's like you're really giving yourself a massage through these practices. All right, release your hands, slowly come up. And then you'll extend left leg and bend right knee in. Shift your cushion to the other side if you need it. Bend that left knee if you need it. Draw your arms up. And then fold yourself forward. And as you go, especially if we get to spend a bit of time in these shapes, you can hold for a breath and then perhaps go a little deeper on your next exhale or come out and move back in. But then try to find a shape that you can hold and just breathe. Beautiful. Come all the way up. A simple cross of the legs again. Hopefully you can remember which leg was in front and you'll change. Draw both arms up. Inhale. And then fold forward over your legs. Tuck your chin and soften down. And come all the way up. Take a nice last little loop of the shoulders. And bring your hands one and the other across your heart as you close your eyes. Ground into your sit bones. Ground into your body. Take up space. Thank yourself for your dedication to your practice. We show gratitude to our bodies for carrying us through this life. And we show gratitude to the practice of yoga. And I thank you all for sharing the practice here with me this evening, or if you're catching it up. It's been an absolute pleasure as usual. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. A happy end to your Thursday, to the end of another week almost. But luckily, we have a very exciting end of the week. My alarm was, my watch seemed a bit fast. Luckily, we have a very exciting end to this week. So I hope to see you all running on Saturday. And yeah, keep in touch. Let me know how you guys are doing. I know a lot of you are doing one-on-ones and have signed up maybe for the first time this month for your one-on-ones. So I'm really happy to see you here. Guys, if you're missing the live sessions, please catch up on the sessions and then comment once you've done it. So you'll see I try and get a reply to everyone. So I'm watching. I'm trying to see who's practicing, who's letting me know, and obviously answering any questions you have. Let me know how poses are feeling in your bodies, or if you have any questions about specific poses or feelings that you have during the practice or anything like that. I'm really happy to try and give you as much clarity as I can. God, oh, it's such a pleasure. Too short, but thank you. 2 minutes too short, Bev. 2 minutes too short technically, but 2 hours too short actually. These 45 minutes go like this. It goes so quickly, I know. But you can just replay it, and then you got a 90-minute practice. Pleasure, Deirdre. Lisa, are there any flows or positions we could look at the strengthening wrists and ankles? Such a great question, Lisa. I've actually been thinking about that a lot this week. Because obviously a lot of poses with yoga is a lot of wrist stuff. And where the problem comes in with that is with wrist flexibility. So one, like mine seem quite flexible because they seem quite 90 degrees, but I myself struggle quite a lot with wrist pain, and it is strengthening. So I don't have any requests yet for next week, except for the previous requests from the last few weeks. So yeah, you guys can request stuff. That's quite a nice one. Actually, that was Lisa here. Yeah, Lisa, that's quite a nice one. So maybe next week, guys, we do wrists and ankles, kind of in between, really focusing on flexibility and strengthening. I really like that. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Lisa. Nice and warm now. Good, Pedro. That's what I want to hear. Pleasure, Lisa. Stephanie. Cheryl, body feeling a little less stiff. That's all we can ask for, right? So our bodies work so hard for us throughout the day without us even knowing, right? And so I'm just talking about standing or general moving, everyday things, picking up things, moving things that we maybe don't think about. But that's not even going into our internal system. So your heart that's beating for you, your lungs that are breathing for you, your and your kidneys that are cleansing for you, your digestive system that's digesting for you. Our body does so much. 45 minutes of allowing it to rest and doing focused breath work and flushing your system with oxygen, you're treating your body beyond what you even know you're treating it. So important, these sessions, guys. Cheryl, I'm so glad you're feeling a little better. It's really so worth it, everyone. Feels so stretched out. Samantha, amazing. Yeah, I was trying to, like I said, these 45 minutes are 45 minutes. So trying to balance it all out, but I'm so glad that you get what you need, got what you need through the practice. Louise and Peter doing this in the morning. Beautiful. It'll be such a nice practice in the morning as well. Sayana, very happy to the end of a Thursday, feeling a lot more relaxed. You know how happy that makes my heart, guys. I'm feeling relaxed. I mean, I actually feel pretty inspired and energized after practicing. But when I go home, then I do my own practice, so I know what it feels like. Marie Moody, I made it round 2 done and dusted, enjoy the session, but my inner thighs were so sore, but a great pain. I need to tone my inner thighs. Those thighs. Love the thighs. So just keep doing, if what I say a lot as well, so Marie, you can keep this in mind, is that after these sessions, try and write down 1 or 2 of the poses that maybe felt really good or felt a little more challenging. And then make sure to try and do those every second day in your week. And it's only by repetition, right? It's only by addressing the stiffness or the disconnect or the weakness or whatever it is. Excuse me. It's only by addressing that that we start to shift and change it. So well done for being here. Well done for doing your second session of the week. Like I said, your body deserves it. You deserve it. So keep coming, and I hope to see you at least twice a week. Anna Wiley, such a pleasure. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Needed the stretch, Claudia. Good. We've got a request here for round bums. That's Suri and Durkee, Jono and Jules' job are the round bums. But if you come to some of the more intermediate classes, we definitely work on a little more strengthening. So that's something to consider. That's so funny. Stephanie just popped in, I think, here. Lisa, loving the flows. Such a pleasure, Lisa. We actually got to a bit of a flow tonight, which was quite nice, because often we don't have a lot of time, and a kind of a full flow sequence can take quite a bite out of a class time.
but maybe we'll do a whole week of just sun salutations. Cristal, de Villiers Retief. I skip a few times, but after the session, my body tells me I need more of this. Thank you, Kathleen. Cristal, listen to your body. Your body is wise. Your body will tell you. And I can promise you, I have never gotten on my mat and regretted it. Right? So when you think, I don't think I should do my flow today, or I think I'll skip it, don't. Get on your mat. When you want to skip, don't skip. Guys, keep doing your flows. It's so nice to have you all here. I appreciate seeing everyone live on these classes so much. It's such a great energy to have everyone practicing live together. Remember when we're all tuning in, we start to kind of tune in on the same vibration, the same frequency. What we're doing in these sessions is we're focusing on healing and recovery, and that speaks volumes, you know, when you got a group of people working together. So thank you all for being here. Bronwyn, such a pleasure. Belinda, always nice to have you here with us. Guys, I think I'm almost going to jump off, otherwise I'll chat forever. Yeah, I hope to see a lot of you on Saturday, and if not, I hope to see at least a few of you tomorrow. Tomorrow's intermediate practice, 12:30. Very similar stuff. I mean, we run the same theme through the whole week. We just work a little harder. We go a little deeper. Sometimes we hold a little longer. So if you're not quite at intermediate yet, then I expect you to catch up on an old Jeff Flow beginners class. You know, they're all there in the archives. So make sure you're getting your flows in, guys. Thank you so much. Pleasure as always. Keep warm, keep safe, and I will chat to you guys tomorrow again. Ciao. Thank you.